here. So let's see. There's a good chance that the biggest cheer we're going to get here will gauge who exactly is going to win the FAI Junior Cup. So have we got Sheriff YC in the house? Yeah. Half decent. Pike Rovers? Yeah. Better. Janesboro? Yeah. Better again. Kilbarrack United? Yeah. St. Peter's from Westmeath? Yeah. They're the good winners so far. Newmarket Celtic? Yeah. And Glengad United? Yeah. And Rivervalley Rangers? Yeah. Good stuff. That was decent. So far, I think we all know who's going to win the FAI Junior Cup. Okay, it's time for the draw. Would you please welcome on stage Terry Casson from Umbro, one of our sponsors, and also Hugh Hessling, from the CEO from Aviva. How are you? Hugh, if I start with you, I suppose we all know what the Aviva Stadium means to this competition. What does this competition, I suppose, mean to Aviva?
Well, it's one thing having your name on a fabulous stadium like this, but everything we do at Aviva is for the local communities, and this is really important for all the groundsmen, all the physios, all the coaches that have supported the 660 teams that participated in this event this year, and for the 8 teams that are here today. So that's where we're all focusing on for Aviva.
I imagine it's logistically quite a nightmare as well, because as I said there, it starts out with this massive competition, but when it ends here, it's worth it all.
We have a brilliant team led by Mark in organising everyone around here so that everything comes together and it feels pretty seamless. So I'm pretty comfortable with the team that we've got. I don't think we do very well on the pitch, but we do very well off it.
You're very comfortable with the team you got. We'll see how comfortable these lot are with the teams you draw in a couple of minutes' time.
I'm glad I've got the home team. Yeah, that's all I can say.
No pressure. Terry from Umbro, likewise, you know, this is a huge competition and it's a great one to be involved with.
Yeah, Bernard, absolutely. I mean, we've been obviously involved with the Junior Cup and all the other domestic competitions from the very outset of them. And obviously, this is the one really that is steeped in so much history. It's the biggest cup competition in Europe, 660 odd teams. Obviously, I'm drawing the away team, so the less I'd probably say before the draw, the better, because I have a little bit of groveling to do. But I've a good history of drawing teams out away from home and then being victorious as well. I know I've drawn my own club out 6 away draws in 1 year, and they actually won that year. So I mean, for anybody else to draw away, well, you know, I might have a bit of a good luck charm as well. But you know, similar to what you said, I mean, grassroots football with Umbro is exactly where we are. When we sponsor every domestic cup from under 7s and 8s up to the Junior Cup, it's not just the first team that you see at the very top level. It goes right down to the grassroots, and it's something that we're very proud of and very serious about. And just obviously the culmination of the day when they come here to play the Aviva, the profile has been lifted dramatically, as everybody's noticed. And one thing for sure, as I say every year, like, these are 2 teams that are going to look good in the final of the day. After that, whatever happens. So we're looking forward to it again.
I still plug in there. I suppose you watch the competition all along, but it really is at this stage, you can tell from being here today that business really picks up in the Junior Cup.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I go to Junior Cup games and at the very outset, 4th round games, 2nd round games. But it's really when you come here and you're down to this stage, it really is the nuts and bolts of it. And there's nothing given. I mean, I know the lads from Liffey stood up here last year after the draw, and there was a bit of banter and a bit of crack about, you know, Asher, we're only out for the jolly up and we won't go any further here. And, you know, everybody's saying today, the final that was in it, I mean, I had everything, but, you know, it really is. And you've got some great history in it this year as well. You've got past winners with Pike and Sheriff, I think, if we corrected there. I think only 2 winners. And you've also got people who've lost in finals as well. So it's got everything. You've got something more new to it as well. So, I mean, this cup has everything, and it's looking like it again this year.
Good stuff. Okay, it's now time for the draw. As we said, Hugh is going to draw out the home teams, the away teams will be Terry, and these quarterfinal ties will take place on the weekend of the 12th and 13th of March. So right, let's get it underway. We've all waited long enough. So the first team out of the drum. Let's see who's going to be at home in the first quarterfinal, and it is
Pike Rovers.
Pike Rovers. Pike Rovers from Limerick, of course, the Clonmel Celtic. Who will Pike be at home to? Who's on the road for that first game? Pike Rovers will be at home to
Glengad.
Glengad United, the Donegal team, flying the flag. Okay, let's go again. So we already know that Glengad are going to Pike Rovers, the trip from Donegal down to Limerick. The second quarter-finalists at home. Newmarket Celtic from Clare. As we said, did well along the way here as well, beating St. Michael's. Newmarket Celtic. Who's off to Clare?
Not so far. Janesboro.
Janesboro. We already have a Munster derby to look forward to. Go again there. Salthill, Devon. Overcame Janesboro, overcame them in the last round. At home in the third quarter-final. It's a home draw for
Kilbarrack United.
Kilbarrack United. They're happy with that. But who will Kilbarrack be at home to? There's already a few people prompting an answer here. Are we going to get what we think we're going to get? Sheriff YC! Well, there is a committee that's going to decide the tie of the round. Maybe a short meeting. Okay, let's see who's at home in this final quarter-final.
Our team is Rivervalley.
Rivervalley Rangers are at home, and just to complete the draw,
Let's hope this one.
if this isn't St. Peter's, we're all going again. We're safe. St. Peter's FC. So that is the quarter-final draw. Please show your appreciation for Terry and Hugh. Thanks a million. So just to recap on the quarter-final draw. Pike Rovers of Limerick at home to Glengad United. Newmarket Celtic at the home draw in the Munster Derby against Janesboro. Kilbarrack Sheriff already springs to mind. And then it's Rivervalley Rangers at home to St. Peter's. As we said, all matches will be on that first weekend of the 12th and 13th of March. To get reaction, would you please welcome on stage our regular pundit, Mr. Alan Cawley. Alan, I think we know where we're going to start with this one. There's history. It's Sheriff off to Kilbarrack.
Yeah, I think we all know you heard the cheers going up in the room. Burner when that was tied. I think it was more from the other teams who actually avoided Sheriff as well. I think we're chuffed, to be honest. But it's an absolute whopper of a tie. We obviously know we've seen them in the final here a couple of years ago. Kilbarrack have some unfinished business, I think they'd like to call it. And they have the opportunity now at home as well. It's going to be a massive tie. I'm sure Sheriff will be well up for it too, as favourites for the competition, and I'm really looking forward to.
Put it in context, two of the hot favourites for the competition, as you said, they're in the final here as well. And one of them is going to make their exit at this stage.
Yeah, exactly. And I suppose some of the other teams, no disrespect to them, but some of the so-called outsiders will be delighted to see obviously two of the big boys going head-to-head, knowing that one of them will go out. And I think there's some really good ties as well. Obviously, Pike at home will fancy their chances as well, past winners. And I think some of the other ties, Glengad as well. I suppose some of the teams will be delighted that they don't have to travel to Inishowen, so they're the ones that have to do the travelling. But they've travelled in the competition already in one game, so I think they won't be kind of too disappointed with that. But as we all know, the big one is Sheriff Kilbarrack. Nobody can get away from that.
That's a massive Dublin derby. We also have that Munster derby as well. The Clare representation from Newmarket, and they've got a home draw, but they have a tough game.
Yeah, and I think from what we've heard from Newmarket already, I think John even mentioned it, beating St. Michael's and obviously beating Clonmel Town as well. They'll definitely fancy their chance. I think they're the surprise package in the competition so far, from what we can gather. And I think at this stage of the competition, it's wide open for anyone, especially one of the big boys going out.
Any team that beats Carew Park have to be taken seriously. Rivervalley Rangers did that, the last team to book their place here, and they're home to St. Peter's.
Yeah, I think we could hear even throughout the draw, Bernard, any of the teams that got drawn at home, you could kind of hear amongst the little groups themselves that they were delighted. I think at this stage of the competition, it's a huge advantage. It's what everybody hopes for when they get to this stage. If they can get a home tie, you don't have to do the travelling. Obviously, you're playing in amongst your own surroundings as well, which is a big advantage. And as I say, for Rivervalley Rangers, they'll be delighted. So, but it's when you get down to this stage, it's really up for grabs for anybody, and I think they can taste exactly what's in store for them. Just being here today, so it's just about grabbing that opportunity, and may the best team win on today now in the quarterfinals.
There'll be a half-an-hour TV show on Irish TV and Santa Sports, and possibly even others. And we're going to have one feature game, but each one of these matches is going to be featured, and you look forward to them all.
Yeah, definitely. I think they all have their own little kind of added ingredients into each tie. You said Munster derbies, Dublin derbies, outsiders, so-called favourites, Pike Rovers, who people would consider the second favourites for the competition. So I think they all have their own little ingredients, and it's just about who can grab their opportunity now and their chance at this stage of the competition, because as we've seen the past 3 or 4 years since we've been involved in such a magnificent competition, if you have an opportunity to play out in that Aviva Stadium on finals day, you don't want to let that go.
It seems now just two matches away from that.
2 matches, it's unbelievable. And as I say, we keep kind of, it's not so much a plug. Since Aviva have got involved in the competition, I think it's grown from strength to strength. Even tonight coming here, you see the crowd that are here, and the interest in the competition as well. the media exposure it gets for their own clubs. We've seen the video with the community today. It's absolutely fantastic, and for lads here like this who are working away 9 to 5, Monday to Friday, with the opportunity then to go training with your local team and play with lads that you would have grown up with all over the years, to have that opportunity of maybe winning such a prestigious competition like the Junior Cup and win it in the Aviva Stadium, it doesn't get much better than that for them.
Good stuff for now. Alan Colley, everybody. And just to have a look at the 4 matches, we'd now like to call the captains from the different teams. So we start off with the first fixture. So if the Pike Rovers captain and the Glengad captain are here, we'll have them on stage just to have a little chat as we look forward to the big game. Wayne, I suppose from Pike, you'd want a home draw and you got that.
Oh yeah, definitely. Just looking forward to the game. Looking forward to the game and getting on with the line. If the rest of the teams work with themselves, we look after ourselves and hopefully be in the semi-final, you know.
What do you make of the crowd for Donegal? Do you know an awful lot about them?
No, not really, but it's going to be a long trip down for them and probably comes the night before, but look, we'll be ready for them. We look forward to it, you know, so bring it on.
As Alan said there was a couple of groans, I suppose, around the room once that big tie was drawn out in Dublin. Were you glad to avoid some of the other teams?
Not really. I just that the home draw. Like, I wouldn't want to go this team, and we look after ourselves. I said, you know, so if the Kilbarrack get shut up, look after themselves. So.
Well, from your own point of view, of course, you come here today, you can sample the surroundings. I suppose it shows what could be if you do what you want to do across the next 2 games.
Oh yeah, it's classes. It's around the whole place. It's different class, you know, especially coming out. So just look forward, and hopefully we're here to come to the final. Like, so.
Well, best of luck in the quarterfinal. That's Wayne, everybody. Thanks a million, Wayne. And if you can have a captain, or perhaps the captains from Janesboro and also Newmarket or Glengad. That's great. Sorry. Well, I suppose you wanted a home draw, but you're on the road.
Yeah, well, we're always expecting that. That was some draws us in the tournament, but sure, take provide all of it.
I suppose some of the teams know this is all about, and they've been here before. It's new ground for you, but I suppose being here today shows what might be.
Yeah, we haven't entered this tournament in a while, so it's new ground for us, and hope to just take another step further.
Just looking ahead to that quarter-final, Pike Rovers, of course, you know all about them. They're one of the big heavyweights. How are you lot going at the moment in the league?
Yeah, very well. We only dropped points 1 game of the season, so we knew we had to get a big opposition this year, or this end of the tournament, so we'll just take it on life.
So no fear ahead of the trip?
Well, we want to avoid the big teams, but sure, that's how it goes.
Well, listen, the very best of luck. Thanks again for joining us. So that's the first quarter-final. Glad to see there if we can have someone from Newmarket, Celtic, captain. Good to meet you. Mike, you're at home. As we've already alluded to a couple of times, some of the big heavyweights you've beaten on the way, so you must be quietly confident ahead of the last 8.
Quietly confident. Most important thing is we're at home. We know Janesboro will be favourites for that game, but we think we can catch them. And hopefully give them a good game.
There'll be some crowd there. It's a big Munster derby.
Yeah, massive crowd. We're expecting a lot from Janesboro and Newmarket.
I suppose you mentioned there that Janesboro will be possibly favourites ahead of that side, but you've been in that sort of area and that kind of place before and you've won.
That doesn't matter to us, but they'll go down as favourites and we just hope we can meet their standards and we'll give them a game.
What about today? How's today been walking around the Aviva Stadium, posing for photographs, having interviews?
It's been nice. I'd rather just play the game and just a soccer and give it all this photo stuff. It's part of it.
There's a touch of the Roy Keane in you, is there?
It's all of it.
Yeah. Good stuff. Listen, very best of luck. Thanks a million. And if we can have the captain from Janesboro, just to even it up. Shane, you're on the road, but not too far.
Oh, it's great. Like, it's considered a kind of a home derby to us as well. We're only travelling up the road, so we would have taken anyone really at the draw. We're happy to be here, and everything that's left in it are all here to be got. Like, all we want is the final. Like.
Just looking at the form, how is Janesboro going domestically?
Domestically, we're a few points off the top. We have the likes of Pike and Kilbarrack ahead of us, but in the cup competitions, we're still in everything. We're in 2 cup finals, and I see the Newmarket lads are playing us as favourites already, but it's going to be an even game. I think we'll have them in another cup final. So between the two of us, I fancy our chances in that game. I fancy our chances in any game. I believe in the team we have, like, but as anyone else would. But come the day, anything can happen. Like.
You mentioned there in the day, I know it's been a great day looking around here, but in some ways you have to park this and park what could happen in the final and just concentrate on what's next.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like, as you know, 600 and odd teams enter this competition, and everyone's goal is the final. But you can only take one day's game as it comes. Like, so, this is just another game.
It'll be quite the atmosphere there.
Oh yeah, like as the lad said, there'll be a lot from Newmarket and a lot from the borough. Like, but we're not really worried about the crowds. It could be no, and they're all worried about just trying to get through that game. Like.
Good stuff. Listen, the very best of luck. Thanks, Liam, for joining us. That already looks like it promises to be a great tie. So let's work our way down to Kilbarrack United. We have the Kilbarrack captain on stage. Give her a round of applause. Craig, there was groans around the room, there was cheers around the room. Your initial reaction to the draw?
Happy to come draw. That's all we could ask for, regardless who we get. We're at home, that's all you want. So, no, we're delighted.
I suppose there's no need for motivation, let's be honest, when it comes to this competition and when you look out there on what needs to be played, but there's serious history between the two sides.
Yeah, of course, yeah, down the years, obviously, out there, got beaten in penalties in the final, and Talca Park got beaten in the final as well, but we'll do our best in the day, and hopefully, please God, we'll come out on the right side.
Is the hurt of what happened here something that you've kind of used since and you'll use ahead of this time?
No, I wouldn't say so. Just, you put that behind you and look forward. You have the pitch out there that you hope to go on now in a couple of months' time. But getting down to Kilbarrack, good crowd. We're at home. That's all we wanted, and we're happy.
Just what's the recent history been like, I suppose, domestically between yourselves and Sheriff?
Yeah, good. Yeah, we played there before Christmas, and sadly we came on the wrong side of it. So we'll hopefully reverse that result now in a couple of weeks' time. So.
Quietly confident?
Of course, yeah, we're at home. Yeah, feel confident.
Good stuff. Listen, the very best of luck. Thanks a million for joining us. As we move on to the other half of what already is looking like being a great tie. So, Sheriff YC, if the Sheriff captain is here to join us on stage. Good stuff. Give him a round of applause. Paul, I suppose, what a draw.
Yeah, I think it was made to happen, wasn't it? From the outset, I thought we were going to get each other's. It's history, isn't it?
I suppose we all know, what the draw means and what that tie means, but what does this cup mean to Sheriff? Because I suppose some great days, as we said, in particular here and also in Talca Park, in winning this competition, but hurt after last year.
Oh, very fortunate last year. We won it twice, got beaten in the semi-final last year, which is, it's still won. We'd like to put that right this year, and hopefully we can.
Is that something that you can only put right if you can get back here and try and lift the trophy?
Oh, yeah, it's the only way to do it. Like, we'd love to get back here and win it, but there's 8 very good teams in it, but hopefully we can do it.
What about Kilbarrack? I suppose it's always tight when the two sides meet.
Yeah, it's always tight and intense, and sometimes they don't be the greatest of matches, and the odd team wins it, but I'm hoping this year it's us that wins it again against them, but as I said, it will be tight.
Plenty of history in the fixtures between the two sides, but I also know some players would have past history with the two sides as well.
Yeah, we don't know each other very well, and as I said, we've beaten them twice in 2 finals, and I hope that does play a part. It probably won't, but I'm hoping it does.
Good stuff. Listen, the very best of luck. Thanks again for joining us. So if we move on to the final fixture, and Rivervalley Rangers, if the captain is here. Good stuff. Give them a round of applause. Here on Rivervalley, the last side to book their place here with a good win against Crewe.
Yeah, great win. Very good performance on the day. So no, delighted to be here. We're just here to make the numbers, so I'm not going to buy that. But they should, because we are. No, it's great. It'll be a great day out. If we make it to the final, we'll take each of the matches that come. So, looking forward to the time.
We've made reference to the fact you're only 2 matches away from the Aviva Stadium, although you're only here to make the numbers, you make that quite clear. St. Peter's at home.
Yeah, it's a home tie, so that's really what we were hoping for. They're a good side. I'm sure the guys will do their homework on them. And, just next round of the cup, that's it. So that's all we focus on. But yeah, good side, but we'll be well prepared for them.
How's the day been? Surroundings here at the Aviva Stadium?
Yeah, great experience. Something that I never thought I'd ever do. But no, really, really great, and even make it better now if we win the next match. So just focus on that.
3 Dublin teams left in the competition. One of those at least will go out in the next round. I'm sure you'd be hoping to fly the flag in the semi-finals.
Yeah, fingers crossed. But again, we're just here to make up the numbers, and we'll focus on the game. And it'll be great to be involved in the next round.
Good stuff. Listen, the very best of luck. Thanks a million for joining us. And I suppose if St. Peter's are here, we'll complete final 4 finalists. Round of applause, please. Niall, I suppose, tell us a little bit about St. Peter's and the journey here.
Yeah, well, this is a great draw for us as well, because we're only here to make up the numbers, so it's a good draw. I know we haven't got a home draw in 6,
We've been on the road, we've been in Kilkenny, Westport, Cork, Kildare, anywhere you name it. But sure, it's another way draw, but sure, hopefully we get through. We have a session on the bus as we always do.
That's already set up to be a lovely tie. So they're there to make the numbers, and you're just there for the session. Well said. You got me out of trouble there. I suppose, as for you domestically, how do things go?
We're not doing too bad now. We're top of the table, 9 points ahead. But our rivals will have a game in hand. But there's a long way to go. We're not smelling ourselves at all yet. We're going nicely, week by week. We take it.
If Rivervalley Rangers are saying they're here to make up the numbers, we're not insulting them by saying you avoided one of the big guns. Was that one of the first names
for us?
Yeah, in the draw, to avoid some of the bigger names.
We're just delighted to be here. All we wanted was a home draw. We didn't get it, so we just move on. You know, nothing we can do.
You've enjoyed the day at the Aviva Stadium.
Oh, great day, yeah.
Good stuff. Listen, the very best of luck. Thanks again for joining us. Yeah, if we just make sure that all the captains say, we're going to actually do a video interview with the two. So just to recap on the draw one last time, in case we need to do it. Pike Rovers at home to Glengad, Newmarket, Celtic and Janesboro in the Munster Derby, Kilbarrack and Sheriff in that Dublin Derby, and Rivervalley Rangers